And welcome back. It's now 12 minutes past 7 a.m. Now let me take you through headlines here when I have on the front pages of our local dailies, starting with the Standard newspaper. Kalonzo, Ruto will win big if Raila snubs me. After skipping the Azimio interview panel for running mate hopefuls, Wiper leader now tells the combination that ODM chief can't win the presidency without him, but insists he will not join the DP's team. That is what's on the front page of the Standard here. Very quickly on to the Star newspaper. Raila's option 5-phase panel. We have got Wycliffe Oparanya, who is the Kakamega governor. We have Martha Karua, Hassan Joho, Sabina Chege, and Lee Kinyanjui. Wekesa team interviews first of nominees as 4 more hopefuls expected today. The story of nominated MP David Sankok there. Sankok's son's body to undergo second autopsy. That is sleuths set Friday for postmortem as probe into shooting incident intensifies. That is what's on the front page of the People Daily and on the front page of the Daily Nation. The undesirables. They face court cases after court case. They have integrity questions hanging over their heads. Some are even battling murder charges in court, while others have been impeached for impropriety and misuse of public funds. We have got names here. We have got John Waluhe, Aisha Jumwa, Mithika Linturi, Samson Cherargei, Babu Wino, John Amburu, and so many more. You can take a look at that story fleshed out for you on the front page of the Daily Nation. Ruto again, Raila pain. That is after Machakos Governor Alfred Mutua, one of the harshest critics of William Ruto, ditched Azimio yesterday for Kenya Kwanza. That is what's on the front page of the Daily Nation. And lastly, on the front page of the Star newspaper, Uhuru to begin campaigns as Ruto hits Raila. Kingi party gets court orders to disengage from coalition. Again there, Baba allies blast Mutua for joining Kenya Kwanza. Actually, he was speaking just hours after Mutua quit Azimio la Umoja. And yes, that's what's on the front page. A quick look at what we have on our local dailies. If you have to get that, please get a copy and read more on what we have on our local dailies here. The Star, Daily Nation, People Daily, as well as the Standard. And was what we have on the front pages of our local dailies. Now, moving straight to our People and Politics today, I have got Newton Khamasi, who is joining me. Welcome to the program. And Wakili Warungu Mwangi.
Yes, good morning.
Also welcome to the program, Wakili.
Yeah.
It's a busy season, exactly 3 months to the polls.
Yeah.
So you can imagine on that 9th day, Kenyans will do the necessary one more time.
Sure.
Your opening remarks.
Let me first start by greeting you, greet all Kenyans. I'm delighted to be here. This is where I started my career in terms of being a political pundit. So I'm really happy to be home. It has taken a while before I come back here. But you know, we are still in the political season. Yeah. So I was vying for the Madhya parliamentarian seat. So tulikuwa kwa ground. Yeah, sure. But I'm happy to be home.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the reception, and I hope you'll have a good show. Thank you so much.
Newton, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Karibu sana, Baba.
Asante sana. It's been quite some time, but I'm here today.
Karibu sana.
So, first of all, I want just to condole with the families in Nyamira whose family members have committed suicide because of the hard times of life. And we're just telling them it's just a short while of 3 months, and all these troubles will be history through the Kenya Kwanza government that we're going to form in a very short while.
Okay, yes. All right. Let me start with you, Wakili. And on the front pages here, Uhuru to begin campaigns as Ruto hits Raila. We have got the undesirables. We have got a number of MPs facing charges. I have got Raila's option 5-phase panel. And lastly, Kalonzo, Ruto will win big if Raila snubs me. Now, let me start with what's the latest here. Mutua decided to mute Azimio.
Yes.
What's the effect of that? Starting with you, Wakili.
I think we should all recall that the first strategic point or strategic A for Raila Odinga in the Lower Eastern, and the Lower Eastern, it's normally constituted by 3 counties, Kitui, Machakos, and Makueni. And the reason why I'm mentioning those 3 counties, they are the canvas counties. And you know the way we organize our politics, we organize our politics around the ethnic mobilization or organization. So the strategy for Raila in the Lower Eastern or the Kamba vote strategy, it was using the 3 governors before the Kalonzo was aborted. So it looks like for his first strategy, it seems to be collapsing, other than Charlie Tingiru, who is playing balls, or who is really seems to be supporting him without any condition. Even for Governor Professor, the Makueni governor seems to be also very shaky.
Professor
Kibwana, right. The Makueni governor. For Mutua, you see he opted to vote out. The net effect of it politically, or the connotation behind is that it will just create what I would call perception value. In politics, there is what we call perception value. But in terms of numbers, I do normally say politics is 3 things. 1, strategy, resources, and numbers. Nothing much will change in terms of numbers, but in terms of the perception and the publicity of Kenya Kwanza against Azimio, of course, for Kenya Kwanza will go up, and their perception in terms of that people are jump shipping from Azimio to Kenya Kwanza will be very strong. So other than perception, nothing big is being created. Yeah.
Newton, perception, numbers, and yes, you heard it. Is it so?
Let me just tell you a fact, and I want to disagree with my learned friend here. You know, Governor Alfred Mutua just moved from where he was to where the aspirations of many Kambas and many hustlers of this country are. And those aspirations are well captured in Kenya Kwanza. So when he says that there is nothing more to it, I'll just challenge him to wait until August 9th. Because many aspirations of our young people, of our hustlers, of the mamambogas of this country are in Kenya Kwanza. And that is why even you saw Amason Kingi, the governor for Kilifi, coming to Kenya Kwanza. And that is a straight direction that the aspirations of our people, of this country, are in Kenya Kwanza. And they are going to be achieved in Kenya Kwanza. The other side of Azimio, they are just in boardrooms. We saw them at Serena, busy disagreeing. Actually, they are not agreeing. They have almost 8 people who want to be vice presidents, and yet there are people outside there who are still struggling. And if you look at our approach, is that we have opted for the economic forums to understand the needs of our people back at the grassroots. You saw we were, last week we were in Western Kenya, Bungoma, Busia, Kakamega, and Vihiga. Kisii, yes. Right. We want to understand the needs of those people down there. We don't want just to participate in an election where we have been doing a trickle down, where you come as a politician, as a leader, you tell the people, I want to do A, B, C, D for you. No. This time around we are saying, we want the people to shape whatever they need done for them. And that is where many leaders, and I'm telling you, all these leaders who are in Azimio, and something I can tell Kalonzo Musyoka, because Kalonzo Musyoka seems to be still contemplating on where to go. It is simple. You can always change direction if you feel the direction you have been taking is wrong. And Kalonzo himself, in his heart, he knows that he has been taking a wrong direction. That is why we are inviting him. We are telling him, come to Kenya Kwanza. We are going to accommodate you. The government is big, and we are in to win. And you saw the headlines there that Kalonzo telling Azimio, if they don't pick on him, then William Ruto is going to win with a big margin. It is still a win, but it is going to be a big win.
Saying that it's about creating a perception, and that's what politicians must creating a perception.
But you see, the perception is straightforward. As he says,
have to be so.
No, it has to be, because you see, politics is about persuading
what makes
people.
it quite open that
Yes.
If he doesn't support Azimio,
Yes.
then the win is straightforward.
No, because Kalonzo himself knows the aspirations of the Kamba people, the community he leads, are in Kenya Kwanza. Even when he goes to the ground, he's being told, boss, go to Kenya Kwanza. That is where the winning team is. Don't be on this other side. And that is why you see Kalonzo shaky. He's not stable with his decision, because he knows his people are here, but his physique is on this other side.
I'll come to Kalonzo later on.
Yes. Let me cut my landed colleague short and depart from his discourse. Politics one-on-one. Politics is not all about aspiration. Kenyan politics is organized around ethnic mobilization, and not only in Kenya. It depends with different countries. If you go to South Africa, definitely Sean has been the majority, take a lot of discourse in terms and mobilization in terms of their politics. So definitely, and I told you the other time I was here a year ago, that Hustler and their narrative was a hot, actually it's a bubble, and it was within a short time before it evaporates. And time has come, Hustler has evaporated and their narrative, and now you are back to our ethnic arrangement and mobilization. So at the end of the day, the Kamba nation and the Lower Eastern will go or will queue politically behind their ethnic king. Of course, we will promise some political interest so that they can be able to capture the state. If I ask you how many numbers Mutua, and you ask my colleague how many numbers Mutua is taken to Kenya Kwanza, you'll not be able to answer that question.
That was actually my next question, because you talked about numbers and perception.
It's purely perception. A lot of Kenyans have decided. We're only remaining with 13 to 12 Kenyans who have not decided. A lot of people are decided where they will vote, whether Mutua goes to Kenya Kwanza or forms a new his own alliance. A lot of people have decided, and I will tell you, the Kamba nation and the Lower Eastern is fully constituted or behind Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. If it was Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka who had joined Kenya Kwanza, would have tried to expand and expound the debate. But for Mutua, nothing much other than perception value.
Newton, it seems like it's a battle of supremacy in eastern side of Kenya.
Yes.
We have got 3 governors, and now and Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, there's battle of supremacy.
Yes.
So Mutua exiting Azimio to Kenya Kwanza.
Yes.
What is the net effect?
That is a very big net effect, because one, you know, my friend here is trying to come from an ignorant point of view, because this is a governor who has served 2 terms in Machakos, not on Wiper, but on Maendeleo Chap Party. Does that mean that Alfred Mutua doesn't bring votes? That is an assumption that people are making. And come August, he's going to shock many, because this is a governor who has been elected twice. Those 2 times, Kalonzo has lost election under the CORD coalition with Raila Amolo Odinga. Does that mean that Kalonzo Musyoka is the supremo of the Kamba nation? No.
Their points of contest were different.
Yes, the points were different. But you see,
let me give you.
I've given you your time to respond. Let me just clarify this to him. If I'm a leader and people are voting for me, and I win this election, that time Kalonzo was on the verge of campaigning for the opponent, for Alfred Mutua.
Right.
But what happened? Alfred Mutua won. That means that these people who voted for Alfred Mutua are going to move in his direction. And he has come to Kenya Kwanza. That means that his numbers will come to Kenya Kwanza. The same thing with Amason Kingi. Remember, CORD won in Kilifi last election because they had Amason Kingi and they had Aisha Jumwa. Right now, the 2 are in Kenya Kwanza. You want to tell me they are coming just the 2 of them? That is not going to happen. Again, I want to just declassify his narrative of saying that Kenyan politics is ethnically based. This time round, come August, this country is going to kill this narrative people call ethnic politics. And in August, and I'm telling him to mark these words, In August, this country is going to vote unanimously for the person they believe in, not because of their tribe. And that is why in Kenya Kwanza, we don't have these fights of who is going to be the running mate, who is going to be this, because we are looking at capacity. Who is this person that is suitable to be the running mate?
Now that's called strategy.
Yes. Let me tell you, Victor, I think we need to be a bit pragmatic, other than being wrong on theory. I'll give you an example.
Yes.
Governor Derito Mureithi won on independent 2017.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think if Derito Mureithi was to go head with President Uhuru Kenyatta against President Uhuru Kenyatta supporting another candidate, there is any vote that he would take to that candidate?
You see,
the other is in affirmative no. Secondly,
no, that is not the case. Because
for Governor Mutua, the best in terms of number he can bring to Kenya Kwanza, it's his own vote and probably some 10 or 20 staff of Machakos County government.
Okay.
No, that is not true. You know, something my friend here is not understanding is something. Just to respond on whatever he has mentioned.
Still on the numbers.
Yes.
The level of contest, which I'm still taking back on, what Kalonzo Musyoka was contesting on was a different seat compared to Governor Alfred Mutua, and they were on different side of political divide. This time around, Kalonzo Musyoka, as I say, there's a battle of supremacy in Ukambani region, and as they say, why are you still quoting Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka if you are okay, or Kenya Kwanza is okay with Governor Alfred Mutua?
No, we don't want to leave anyone behind. That is the reason why we are quoting Kalonzo Musyoka. We don't want to because we can see him going in the wrong direction. Us quoting him is that we don't want to leave any
how many governors
Kenyans.
Does Mutua have in around the country?
It doesn't matter how many governors,
when you talk
other than
because you see
when you talk about numbers, Newton.
Yes, when you talk about numbers,
other than himself.
No, when we talk about numbers, what is the criteria of being elected the president? You must garner how many votes? 50% plus
one.
So every vote to Kenya Kwanza matters. If, as he says, of which it is a fallacy, Alfred Mutua brings his own vote, then William Ruto is going to win with 50 plus 1, because you're already past 50%. So that one extra vote is very important. And to them, because Azimio, they like a coalition that does not consider that single vote. For us, every vote counts. Because for you to be the president, you cannot win with 49%.
No.
You must have 50% plus 1. Again, I want to demystify his facts that Derito Mureithi who won with independent. If, honestly, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta had a lot of influence, why did this man win on independent candidate? Because Uhuru went on the ground to campaign for the Jubilee candidate. But the Jubilee candidate lost to this gentleman. Why? If Uhuru has those supersonic powers to influence the people to go his direction that these other people have not gone to. So that is a fallacy. And that is why we are saying from Kenya Kwanza, where we are sitting, every vote counts. And we are not going to be tribal this time round. And something we are assuring Kenyans, it's we are going to accept the results as they come. And we challenge our fellow guys from the Azimio guys.
Yes.
They should accept the results. They should ensure that we have peace.
Even Kenya Kwanza should also accept.
Yes, and we have been consistent. Have you heard Azimio confirm that they are going to accept? What we are hearing from even the president himself, they are saying it is a must.
You sound so sure.
Azimio.
You sound so sure.
I'm not sure. The numbers. The numbers.
With a lot of finality. You see the biggest challenge, Mr. Victor.
And you see, okay, just a minute. And you see with the biggest risk with that, that accept, is like you're creating a bracket already. That here it is. We are going to win, and Kenya Kwanza is now telling their supporters that come 9th of August, the win is a clear cut for us. So anything to the contrary is not going to be.
No, what we are calling for, Victor, is this.
Yes.
We want a free and fair election, whereby every vote will be counted. We don't want a scenario where, because this person is losing, and they feel like he must win. Now we have scenarios of rigging and all those claims. And you've had our party leader, that is William Ruto and Justin Muturi. They have expressed it. And they have said, look, we want to be peaceful. We want to maintain peace.
Let's just come back to what we're discussing here. Alfred Mutua now moving to Kenya Kwanza. And before we knew it, there was an agreement already signed. Now the question is, Wakili, what now happens to the aspirants under Maendeleo Chap? Because were they consulted, or there's no level of consultation there required? Number one. Number two, they moved to actually all of them vied through Maendeleo Chap because of the association with Azimio la Umoja. So now what happens? Are they going to move to Kenya Kwanza?
Of course, they automatically move to Kenya Kwanza.
Against their will?
As you all know, is that we have not been able to institutionalize our democracy and our parties. We are still under party patronage of the party leaders. The party leaders are the one who normally call shot. And I normally compare our democracy with that of the United States of America. You remember the other time I mentioned that when we had the election of between the Republican Donald Trump and Joe Biden, even after Donald Trump had refused to concede, the party stated that the election was fair, and of course the party is able and their members are able to go against their presidential candidate.
Wakil, allow me to just cut you short. We take a break, and then when you come back, you'll still just pick it from there. We need to understand, because that's a question most of the aspirants are asking themselves now. What next for them? Are they going to vie under Maendeleo Chap in Azimio, or are they still going to go under the Kenya Kwanza umbrella? We'll be discussing that just after this break.